Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be making some more characters that are hopefully very cool and unique and awesome and cool. So the prompt today isn't going to be anything from TikTok or anything like that. We're actually going to be turning cans into cuties. And I know, how haven't we done this before, right? So the first one up to bat is going to be the Campbell soup can. So I say before we make a baddie out of this guy, I think we need to know a little bit of lore, know what we're getting into a little bit. Gotta put respect on that name, know what I'm saying? So Campbell Soup Company was founded in 1869, which is 155 years ago, by Joseph A. Campbell in New Jersey. Sounds about right, honestly. It is public, and it started out as a canned goods company, as you can imagine, which was like tomatoes, vegetables, jellies, soups, condiments, and some minced meats. And then it is now worked up after some mergers and stuff like that into one of the biggest companies in general, and it is still headquartered in New Jersey. So pretty solid legacy here. Definitely gonna be a wealthy baddie. Definitely gonna have some Eastern U.S. Styling, whatever that means. I'll have to figure that out. New England type shit. Know what I'm saying? But I say, without any further ado, let's just do some sketching. All right, boys, this is what we're going to be looking at for sketch for the Campbell cutie. Okay, so I decided to go with something a little bit more simple. It is like started in New Jersey, which, I've never been there, but I have a brain and eyes, and it looks like a typical Midwest area. So very close to home. Sadly, no Quick Trips over there. And no Buc-ee's either. So I don't even know why people are living there. But just I go with something a little bit more simple, a little bit heavier clothing, because it do be kind of in the middle, so it would get pretty cold. It's on the coast as well, so here's what we're looking at for base colors. So that we got the soup on the side. I feel like we can see the similarities. The background is going to be the exact same as this background, or at least very similar. We got the blonde hair from the symbols here. White undershirt, red top shirt, pretty simple. And because we didn't have many colors to work with, I didn't want to add too many more. So I decided to just kind of keep it pretty simple with the outfit as well, because I felt like it kind of worked together. You know what I mean? So yeah, there we go. Braids, because braids are cute as hell, dude. That's why we got a little bit of flower pattern on the shirt, because Campbell's is rich. You got to flex on them peasants somehow, okay? Won't be doing it with crazy drip, but still going to have a little bit of drip going on, because when you got the Campbell cutie, she's not flexing on y'all. What are you doing? You know what I mean? I say we just hop into some shading here. Pretty typical shading process. Gotta add the blush, because what are we doing here if we're not blushing the hell out of these characters? You know what I mean? I'm just scribbling over the braids. If I'm gonna be honest, I've got no idea how to do this. So this whole drawing thing is a little too complicated for me. All I want to do is I just want to draw my cuties, okay? I want to do none of this color theory nonsense, Yeah, I saw a few of you guys as well. I don't know if you're watching the video, if you just saw me on Twitter or anything, but I saw a few of you guys also doing the daily portraits, and I think I've had pretty solid success from doing those and improving pretty quickly. So I'm down. Here's the two guys that I'm mainly talking about. I'm sure there's others and I just didn't see them, because I typically try and avoid spending a ton of time online. So kind of ironic, because do the YouTube thing, but I'm trying not to be fully brain rot, okay? Partial brain rot's plenty for me. Let's see. I'm thinking pretty simple shading for the jacket, because the solid tones is kind of one of the main reasons, one of the main aspects of the design. So I feel like it's kind of weird if we don't really, incorporate it that much. So we'll just have to see kind of what goes down. Thinking more subtle lighting for the neck and stuff. Not going to go full darkness on it, I guess is one way to say it. I don't know, we're not going to go super dark. Kind of a more neutral lighting scenario, I guess. Still going to have that bright white light, like rim light on top. Just not everywhere. There we go. I say we just do a little bit of darker shade and we'll be good. I'm liking the simpler aesthetic. I think it kind of works for the design that we ended up going with here. Not against less work as well. I'm not going to lie. A little bit lazy, yeah. This is drawing number 3 for the day, so we got one more to go. So yeah. I also ordered a sitting desk, like a floor one, so we'll have to see how that goes. I saw that a lot of manga artists use that. I don't know if that's just being a broke thing or comfort. So we're gonna try it out. We're a little bit of both, seeking comfort and I am broke. So apparently it's really good for your posture or something. Maybe that's just Reddit lying to me. I trust some random Redditor with my life. Okay. I think I'm gonna tweak the colors of the liner a little bit as well. I feel like it's coming off a little strong. I feel like that kind of gives it a little bit more warmth to the whole face and all that. Because yes, we are trying to draw a baddie, but she's got to look cute as well. It's the cute baddie combo that we're really targeting here. Okay, it's a delicate balance. Impossible, some say. But I'm not going to call those some weak, but I mean, they don't have that mindset, the baddie creation mindset that you need. I think after the glasses, we do a reflection, some little extra details here and there, and I think we're going to be kind of locked in. All right, drip time, drip time. The tricky part here is going to be getting a different color. Let's actually go silver. Actually, that would solve the problem. Yeah, the tricky part with the gold is getting a different look than the hair, because, you know, yellow. But I think if we go silver, we'll be chilling. I'm thinking like a desaturated blue would probably work out pretty well, considering we got all these warm tones happening. We're gonna go pretty subtle with it. I say that while I lay down a shit ton of color, but I would say trust me, but this might just go horribly wrong, so let's just see. Let's do some highlights. Thinking pretty typical lighting little highlight situation here. Just very strong, almost white yellow, you know. Nothing too crazy. We're gonna keeping this drawing a little bit simpler, which is fine. Nothing inherently wrong with a simpler drawing, you know. Just need to make sure it's like it's on purpose and not just like being lazy. Going for like the messy ponytail, not ponytail, the messy braids kind of aesthetic. And then a good way to make it shiny is just scribble white across it. Let's see, if we toss this all in a folder, we can add our rim light. And less is definitely more in this scenario. There we go, and background. All right, so here's our Campbell baddie, Campbell cutie, even. So I think it turned out pretty solid. Let's make a Heinz baddie next. Some Heinz baked beans, a bean baddie. So Heinz started out in 1886 in London. So it looks like besides the typical scandals of a large corporation, some of the main things that pop up is going to be their advertising slogan, which in 1967, the advertising campaign was Beans Means Heinz. I mean, that's a slogan, all right. I guess it brought him into popularity. I mean, I still know him. We're still talking about him, so I guess it worked. So I say I should just hop into some sketching real quick and see what I got, you know, see what the bean baddie is looking like. All right, boys, this is what we're going to be looking at for the bean baddie sketch. So because it is like British, I was thinking a little bit more fancy. I don't know if it's just my hick brain, but I feel like Britain sounds fancy. The visuals, you know, you got castles, shit like that. I mean, that's kind of cool, ain't it? So, no Ford F-150 though, let me tell you what. So, pretty simple. You know, I just had a little dress thing going on. And the Heinz beans got some cool colors happening. You know, we got the teal, we got the orange. That's a pretty solid combo. There is some gold. I don't know if we're going to incorporate that too much. We might do a little bit on top, but maybe not a ton. And the green that's a recent thing. So, I was thinking more vintage stuff. But here's what we're looking at for colors. Decided a tattoo would be kind of cool. Keep the rose theme kind of throughout the whole drawing. It's gonna be a lot of teal and then a little bit of orange. I would say a pretty decent design, honestly. I would say Heinz Beans makes a better baddie than Campbell's cutie. So we know who's winning the battle. And see how I added the pink here on top of the tattoo? I found that that's a pretty good way to make it look like it is a tattoo and not just like a piece of clothing, you know? Because tattoos do have like a variation in color because it's on skin, which is like inherently an imperfect canvas. If you want to think of like digital as like the technical perfect canvas because it never goes bad or anything. So just something to think about, you know? While I don't have any tattoos, I think they look very cool on other people. I don't know. I'm so indecisive about stuff like that. So I feel like I'll probably end up never getting one, but not against the idea. My worry is that like they would get like stretch marks from the gym because I already have a ton from like losing weight and just going to the gym in general. So it's like, bruh, you know, so not against the idea though. Also broke. So that's like, if we're being honest, that's the big motivating factor is you could say severe lack of funding in the tattoo department. So all my money goes into stupid car stuff that breaks. So, cause I mean, I don't know about you, but buying a daily driving a 35-year-old vehicle, it's the play, you know? Who cares that I'm on my 8th alternator or 3rd engine? None of this hubba lubba of reliability. Nah, no. If you don't worry that your truck isn't gonna start every time you hop into it, or maybe the lock broke, or maybe it's just leaking and it's gonna blow the fuck up while you're driving. If that's not in your mind, like, you're not really living, you know? Let's see, lights coming from the top left. So that would all be shaded. This is where a reference would be absolutely amazing. Do I have one? No. So we're just winging it. There we go. And so that's the nice part about drawings that are more zoomed out like this, is that you don't need to have as much detail to have the same effect. Like, to have the illusion of detail, you really need like a pretty low amount, like overall. So I find that they take longer in the sketching phase because there's more to like work out. But in like the actual painting phase, I find that they go quite a bit quicker. because I like to get caught up in the details of portraits and stuff, so typically they take more time because of that. There we go. I was like, why does the lighting look weird? And it's because the face shading was a little off. Typically, if the lighting does look a little weird, it's usually something like the face, just because that's what your brain automatically focuses on. So, and this is where the subsurface scattering would be very strong because of the lighting scenario. Let's see, I think I'm going to keep the shading pretty simple, because again, we're going to have that rim light that kind of brightens stuff up, and some of the gold. So definitely not just an excuse for me to be lazy because my back hurts. Nah, not at all. So let's see, I'm thinking this whole area would be all shade. Let's see there. There we go. That is something. There we go. Oh, almost forgot the little wristband things. There we go. Let's do some eyes real quick. So when the character's further away like this, you really want to make sure that your eyes are pretty simple and like easy to read, because they get pretty confusing pretty quick if you throw too much detail in there. So you want it to be pretty quick and dirty, you know? So you get the point and you're done. Let's see, let's do the gold first. I don't want a ton in here. I want to keep pretty laid back, but she would still have a little bit of drip. So let's see, I'm thinking here, there, little hair clip. Oh, I should probably add just the tiniest bit of reflection to the hair real quick, just so it's a little bit more clear. And let's do just normal highlights real quick. Let's see, let's do that rim light real quick. So throw it all in a layer, just so you can clipping mask to it. We might change this to blue after we get it done, but I think first things first, we need to actually do it. So that's orange and that's blue. That's not too bad. I'm wondering if we do a like super dark background, and then with the blue cheeky little gradient, then we have a little bit of an orange one, similar to one of the bug to baddie ones that I did a while ago. Similar concept, except just darker. All right, so this is the bean baddie. I think it turned out pretty well, honestly, overall. There's a few little things here and there that I'd probably want to redo if I were to do it again, but it's nothing major or crazy, so I'm not going to really worry about it. And here's both of the baddies we made today. I think pretty solid overall concept. You know, the canned goods did turn into cuties, end of the day. And really, that's the goal we set out to accomplish. So if you want to download these drawings, got them full res on my Twitter, Instagram as well, but you know how Instagram be with the resolution. If you like the video, subscribe, comment, like, do all that stuff. But I think that's all I got for you guys. So see you next week. Peace.